Okay. All right. Really quick, I'm just going to run a quick video here for you guys to help you guys learn how to do layouts and learn how to insert a title page into your game. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start a new project. Just going to hit create. To get out here to my layout, I want to click on my background and I'm going to change the initial size of my layout to 854 by 480, just so it's the same as my viewport. Control minus to zoom out a little bit. Now, with our projects, it's really easy to get some points by just creating a menu page. Right now I have my properties menu open over here on the left, and over here on the right is my projects menu. Now, over here in the projects menu, I'm going to add another layout. So in order to do that, I go up here to this black folder, and I right click and add a layout. Now I don't need to add an event sheet, I'm just going to add a layout only. Again, I'm going to click on my background, I'm going to go over here to size, I want to make sure the size of my game is the same as my menu page. So now that I have that, I want to make sure I also go over here to where it says event sheet, and I'm going to add event sheet 1. That way, when I program the game, it will do what I tell it to do. So over here in my layouts, I'm going to right click on my first one. I'm going to rename it title page. And I'm going to rename layout 2 to game. Make that real simple. So the next thing I want to do, I'm going to go back to my title page. And I want to zoom out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. One other thing that we can do is to be able to change the background of this page. We're going to go up to our menu and we're going to go to view. We're going to go over to bars and we're going to open our layers bar. And I'm going to drag and drop it over here. But I want this open so I can click on the gray area here, and then it pulls up in my properties menu my background color right here. Double click. I can choose a background color. I'm going to go with this purplish color for now. And then when I change that, we are all set. Now, in order to add objects onto this layout, all I have to do is right click and insert a new object. Now, first I'm going to insert a button, because we have to have a way to go from our menu page or our title page to our game, and our button is what we're going to use. Now when I highlight it, it pulls it up in the properties bar over here on the left. I'm going to go down, I'm going to adjust what my button says. I would say start game. I'm also going to just make sure everything's good. Click back. Now, right now, as far as the grade goes, we've got 2 points out of the 4 for having a title page. Next, we're going to add a title to the page. I'm going to right click and I'm going to insert a new object. And buttons was pretty early in the form controls, but we're going to go down to the text menu, or to find a text box, and it's right here in the general. It's a T with some dots around it. I will click on that, click here, and enlarge it. Now, reminder, when it's highlighted, it's up here in our properties menu. If I click on the background, it goes to my layout again. But we want to have our text box open, and I'm going to go down to the properties of my text box, and first I'm going to change the text to title of the game, and then I'm going to go down, I'm going to change the size of my font to 50, and I can also change the alignment to make it look a little bit nicer. Now, I would also add some artwork in here, make it a little bit more creative, because you can earn more points for that also. This is a nice title page, but you won't get that extra point for artistic detail and stuff. Next, in order to get the 4th point for having our title page, the only thing I need to do is tell the game that when I click the start button here to go to my game layout. Now first I'm going to click on my game layout and open it, and up here at the top you have these, oh look at that, I put it on the wrong one. So really easy, I'm just going to change the name of my layouts. Rename this to title. I'm going to rename this to game. And then I'm going to put the title one right above it. Alright, so I'm going to click on my game, and there's nothing on here. So that's fine. We just know that if I click the start button, it will go to a blank white layout. But first I have to teach it to do that. So I'm going to go to my event sheet here. It's this little reddish tab. I'm going to click on that, and it'll look a little bit like this. We're going to add an event. It's going to be a button event. So when I click on the button, and right here in yellow, on clicked. So that's my event. So it's the object and what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to add an action. So what do I want it to do after I click the button? So I'm going to add action, and I'm going to go to System. And in here, about the 4th or 5th menu down, is Layout. So it's a Layout menu, and we want to go to Layout, and we're going to pick Game. And done. So now if I go to my title page and I push play, and I click the start button, I go to my game. Pretty simple. That's an easy way to get 4 points on our video game project. You could get a 5th point by spicing up this title page a little bit, putting some artwork in there, maybe some animations, some things like that. Alright, so I'll let you guys go with this video, and we'll move on to the next one.